What is the most chaotic and interesting first day experience you have ever had at a job? I'll go first. Today was my first day, and the job that I now have is working in a kitchen that is inside of a grocery store. That is important context. So I show up for my shift bright and early, 6:30 a.m. And time is moving by fast. There's a lot to get done, and I'm trying to learn it all. And then at about 9 a.m., the power shuts off. The power goes out. And management is kind of trying to figure out what they want to do. And upper management starts like directing people to pull the stuff out of the open refrigerators, like, the refrigerated sections that don't have doors, and put it into like the cooler rooms, because at least those have doors to keep the cold air in, right? So we go through doing all of that, and then they start having us stock. But then the management kind of realizes, like, we probably shouldn't keep all of these people here if we don't know when the power is going to come back on. So they decide to send everyone home that isn't a manager. Obviously, it's my first day. I'm not a fucking manager. So I go to leave, and apparently, according to my boss, who I am also friends with, almost exactly as I left, the power came back on. Because I was maybe 2 minutes down the road, I was less than 2 minutes down the road when my boss texted me and said, "Come back, the power is on." And so I flipped my ass around, came back, and continued working. And we're trying to catch up from this kerfuffle, It put us pretty far behind. So we're trying to catch up, trying to make things work. And then management kind of collectively realizes that when the power went out, the fuse for the coolers blew. So none of the coolers were working. None of the refrigerators. None of them. I don't think the freezers were working either. Like, they taped off the freezer aisle. They, like, put tarps over a bunch of the refrigerated sections. It was a mess. And working in a kitchen, I'm sure you can understand, there's almost nothing that you can make without having to access a fridge or a freezer. Like, there is pretty much nothing that we could make just with the stuff that we had out at room temp. So, management then decided to send me home. Again. Tee-hee! How many people can say they got sent home early on their first day of work? Twice.